Mr. Sendler. So it sounds like we're not happy with anything. And frankly, that's probably fair, right? None of this is something to be happy about. I think we've all given this more thought than we want to, and probably because some of it is reflecting on our personal lives. I don't care how economically healthy any of us are. It's not easy out there right now. And so you start to almost play a game with yourself where it's like a house of mirrors, where no matter where you turn, you've got another wall, and you think you're going to find your way out. And it's not going to get easier, unfortunately. We know that 2009 doesn't look that pretty right now. And so you start to think to yourself, okay, well, we can go down the path that we've gone down, which is, for the long term, probably healthier, but it isn't as popular, which is you raise taxes to some extent. We've done that the last couple of years. And personally, I voted for those tax increases because I looked historically and I saw that prior to that, we had spent a lot of years really with our head in the sand, saying to ourselves, hey, let's not raise taxes at all, and look what a great council it is. But it put us into a situation where you end up having to raise taxes too much too quickly. And so here we are in a situation where raising taxes on the homeowners, the property owners, is really an unhealthy thing to do for them, for us. And not raising taxes and asking for some of the basic services, because I know that we're not asking for anything above and beyond here. We're asking for some things that have been gaps for years across every department. Those are things we don't want to give on. I don't want to give on some of those things. And so yes, perhaps it's, I hate to say it, maybe a bit of a Band-Aid solution at this point, but I have to agree with Mr. Kirkner on the one point that it's difficult to look inside the coffers, or it's difficult for a resident to look inside our coffers right now and say, wow, can we get a helping hand here? It's going to hurt. It might hurt us more than we know right now, and I respect, Gene, your work and your staff's work greatly, because I know that when you give an opinion of the kind that you're giving, saying it isn't the wisest economic move, I know that you're saying that thoughtfully. But right now, I don't think there is a wise economic move that we can get what we're looking for and continue to run this borough with the quality of services that people come to expect. One thing I will touch on just quickly regarding the downtown improvements or whatever improvements, I'd only caution that that opens you up potentially to a situation where any improvements around town that don't potentially impact the rest of town then become spot checks, so to speak. So if Nut Row, or maybe let's say Main Street gets paved, do only residents of Main Street have to pay for that sort of thing? That's, sometimes improvements that look like only have a positive on one part of town, they end up benefiting a lot of parts of town. But I know that was sort of unrelated. Sorry for being winded, but this is something at this point, it's not easy to swallow, but I do support it.